Right now, though, I want to introduce to you the Indian body coach. His name is Juggy Sidhu. He's in rugby and he offers online courses for things like mental, psychological and physical health. Juggy, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks you for the introduction there.
No, not at all. Just reading all about you last night and reading about actually, your very personal struggles with this yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I struggled with anxiety and depression in my late teens and my early 20s, and it had a profound impact, obviously, on my own well-being and the relationships with the people that I love and care about the most. So I'm more than happy to talk about this journey this morning. I'm really grateful to be able to share, my own struggles and how I overcame it.
Yeah, I mean, you said there that it was in your sort of teenage years, and it came with the move to university, which also coincided with the death of a family member, didn't it, with you, Juggy? So, those are very important formative years in people's lives, and quite often, if you are away from home, which universities can represent a challenge for people, can't it?
Yeah, and I don't think people recognise just how important that step is. I mean, building the emotional intelligence before you go to university would be a great move for a lot of people, but it's not really the done thing, and it's not something that's talked about, widely. And I think, in fact, if we actually understood how to talk openly about our feelings, about stress, about emotion, and be able to actually compartmentalize those thoughts and feelings, then yeah, maybe other people wouldn't experience what I experienced.
And when you say what I experienced, what was it you actually felt? I mean, you say anxiety and depression. How did that sort of manifest itself day to day?
Do you know what? It was multifaceted, really, because I think it was a gradual build-up. And this is going back just over 10 years ago now. I'm giving away my age, but going back 10 to 15 years ago, nobody was really talking about depression and anxiety in the public eye. And I don't think social media was such a big thing back then either. So you're going through this, you're feeling down each day, you're not too sure where you fit in with, other people around you. You're not sure how to really express those feelings. You don't know who to turn to. You don't know who to talk to. And you start to feel like it's only you going through it. So you're kind of pulling away from your friends and from your family. And you're going into a bit of a deeper hole. And obviously, if you think about university, it's meant to be that moment of freedom. You're going out, you're potentially drinking more, going to nightclubs and all that sort of stuff. And it just becomes a bit of a spiral. And if you're not really sure of, how to, where to turn to when you're feeling that way, it can be quite a lonely place. I was really lucky. So I was unbelievably lucky that no matter how much I pushed my family away, my mum was always there for me. And she was always kind of trying to drive me to the right direction. She booked me in with psychologists, with the doctors. And I was really, really lucky because I found one psychologist that listened to me, that heard me, and was actually able to help me understand myself better.
Yeah.
And give me the tools to actually manage my feelings and what I was going through.
Well, let's talk about some of those tools, because the coping mechanisms that you found won't be applicable for everyone. I mean, everyone's got very individual needs and any very individual circumstances, but there are also things that we can all be doing, I guess, Juggy, that you've also learnt from and are now imparting to others.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I went back to university at that point. I studied nutrition, and that was a revelation for me because I'd already been always kind of fascinated with nutrition and the power of the foods we eat and how it makes us feel. And then I went and studied to become a personal trainer. And then I've built a team now of psychologists, of nutritionists and personal trainers that deliver services online to help people understand themselves. I think a lot of people don't recognize that they're actually using coping mechanisms like food or drink or even television to manage their stress and emotions. And this has been such a powerful journey for me because a lot of what I learned at that point, I'm now able to deliver it to other people and give them the tools to optimize their health, not just feel good on a day-to-day basis, but truly thrive through life. And I think that's what we all deserve.
You're known as the Indian body coach there in rugby. Have you been able to use your your platform on social media to help others?
Absolutely. I mean, we've helped. We were actually doing a bit of an assessment on this just not so long ago, but we've helped over 1,000 people now.
Wow.
Improve their health and improve their well-being, and it's all over the world. I think that's the beauty of technology, is we're able to support people worldwide and get them to understand things, basic things around nutrition, basic things around exercise and movement. I mean, I'll give you a few kind of pointers here, I guess. I mean, aerobic training, cardiovascular training, just going outdoors for walks or maybe light runs, or even, getting on a bike and just having a bit of fun and cycling around with the family. That has such a profound impact on our mental health from a brain perspective. So it actually feeds the brain the nutrients that it needs to thrive. And it gives it there's actually a chemical called BDNF, which helps the brain form new neurological pathways, which means that as you're going through the day, you've got more brain power. You're able to process thoughts quicker, and you're more productive at work. You're more efficient with work. So there's so many things that could be done on such a basic level of going out for walks or doing some basic, 5 to 10 minute exercise routines at home.
Sure.
It doesn't need to be this big, massive thing that I think exercise is put on this huge pedestal. It doesn't need to be as big as I think people are making it out to be.
Okay. Juggy, great to hear from you this morning. Really appreciate you sharing your knowledge and experience with us. Juggy Sidhu, the Indian body coach from rugby. He's obviously really benefited from exercise and his mental health. What works for you?